We are live. All right, let me sit here and go to YouTube. So what's been up, my brother?
Chilling, man. Another Saturday, another day, another dollar. You know, all about that self-improvement each and every day.
Cool. You out there in sunny California? What city you in?
So Morgan Hill, which is south of San Jose. It's about, let's see, 20 minutes south of San Jose.
Okay.
Right.
All right, cool. Now, is that near the border?
No. So from LA, I'm about a good, 5-hour drive? And then like to the border is about 6.5. Right.
So that's a good little stretch. So you kind of like right in the middle of Southern California.
No, Northern California. I'm in Northern California.
Bay Area.
Yeah, Bay Area. Correct.
That's right. That's why you're a San Francisco fan.
Right.
Okay. Hey, man. Hey. You know, don't y'all got out? You got our assistant coach.
Yes.
Falcons. So now you know how I feel.
Right, Kyle Shanahan, man. Yeah, I know, but he has a lot of promise and hope. So you know, I mean, like I said, we were 4-12 the year before. So hey, I'm happy making it to the Super Bowl, and hopefully next year we shall win that thing. You feel me?
Yeah. Y'all had a strong team, man. It was a really good Super Bowl, though. It was good, man.
Facts.
Yeah, but y'all have, how many y'all had? About 3?
3 what?
Super Bowl rings?
Nah, 5. The Niners got 5,
man.
man.
I got 5, that's right.
Hey.
I got 3 with Joe Montana and 2 with Steve Young, right?
No, I think 4 with Montana and then 1 with Young.
2 with Steve Young. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, you being in the Bay, like what? Because I know in Atlanta we're close to, the Caribbean. We're close to the South America. What country are you close to, more or less? Like, what's your little main country you like to visit?
Right. So for me, will obviously be Mexico. Which, as I mentioned, to get to the border is about 6 hours. I kind of do a little bit of both to get there. I'll either, take a cheap flight round trip for about $100 out of San Jose Airport to San Diego, and then Uber to cross the border. Driving back and forth, for gas, everything included, it's about like $80 for me, 80 to 90. And then if I Greyhound it from like Gilroy to Los Angeles and then take another bus to the border, we're probably looking about $30 per trip. So I do a little bit of both, depending on the timing of the situation. And if I can grab a great deal flying, I'll go that route. So it kind of varies.
Okay. Now, when you say Mexico, down south, we hear a lot of negative things about Mexico. Like, what city do you travel to?
So I've been to quite a few places. I've been to, obviously, the border town, Tijuana. That town is a lot of tourists, and it's more for the nightlife in the Red District. That is not a town to actually really explore the Mexican culture. But however, it is very, very safe. Like, no one's going to mess with you there. The one thing you do have to be wary of, and this is just kind of common sense, is the vendors on the street. They'll try to scam you on a deal, That has happened to me, and I should have known better. But I was able to recoup my funds from Chase, so it was cool. You know what I mean? So another border town that I like is Mexicali, which is about 2 hours east of San Diego. Not a lot to do there. but however, great for, you know, nightlife and entertainment. They have nightclubs there. They play hip hop. They have plenty of strip clubs there. It's just a cheaper version than Tijuana, and the accommodations are really, really nice for the price that you pay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, what all countries have you been to so far?
So far, pretty much Mexico, Colombia, and I've been to the Bahamas. The next two countries that I'm planning to go to is Guatemala and then Lima, actually in April.
Nice.
Peru.
Right, nice. So, excuse me. When did you first start traveling?
Well, it's kind of a weird situation. You know, I kind of traveled throughout my 20s, but basically here, you know, I used to play college ball at a Division II school in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, right? No, basketball.
You play basketball, okay?
Right. I was a guard. So you know, we played a lot. Right. We played a lot of schools, like, you know, in Texas and New Mexico, and then we'll go to places like Florida and Illinois, you know, Chicago, and then like Colorado, you know, a few different places. But what really got me into traveling was actually kind of recent, and you know, when I got my passport about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of my boys kind of put me on the MEXTREATMENT, which I'll explain a little bit later. Mm-hmm. But having that experience has made you like open up your world completely different than the typical American dream.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, being out there in California, I know I've been to the Bay a couple of times. I love California. Mm-hmm. Are the tickets more or less expensive flying out of Cali to travel, or is it pretty decent prices?
So you can catch really good deals. I tell everybody that travels overseas, your travel months are really the window to get great tickets are January, February, and literally the first week of March. That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Those like are the prime times to get cheap tickets. And then every now and then you may see some deals. I would say the first and second week of October, but it's seriously January, February, first week of March. That's it. After that, it's high season. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what's like the average price you would pay for a ticket to go to Mexico?
Right. So the lowest ticket that I paid round trip to Guadalajara out of Tijuana was $45.
$45.
$45. I kid you not. It was Valeri's Airlines, and it was their the company holiday promotion. You know, their anniversary. Mm-hmm. So it was literally anywhere in Mexico for $25.
Wow.
Anywhere. So yeah, that was the cheapest flight. For me, I have options. I can fly out of Frisco, I can fly out of LA, or I can fly out of Tijuana. Mm-hmm. So I mainly fly out of Tijuana, and I would say the average price for me to get anywhere in Mexico round trip is no more than $125.
Mm. That's not bad at all. That's a better price than I get for the DR.
Right.
Man, I thought 240, you know, 240, 350 right around the price I pay, but that's even better.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that when you travel to Mexico and you're in these towns, like what's the treatment of Black American men? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it a little kind of shaky?
Right. That's part of the reasons why I enjoy traveling there. The treatment has been 5-star for me. Mm. I'm talking going into your expensive dining places, your steakhouses. I remember going to Guadalajara, and it was a long wait to eat at this Argentinian restaurant. And I looked up with a few of my boys and myself, and the manager saw that we were Americans, and he was telling them the waitresses, "Hey, ándale, hombres, vámonos."
Right.
And we felt bad because there were people waiting in line, and I was trying to tell them, like, hey, we'll wait. No, senor, take a seat now. Mm-hmm. So when they see that, because they know that, hey, these men, they got money, they're on vacation, they're going to tip good, and yes, we had the 5-star treatment, and then not just the host, also the people. I remember eating at this other restaurant in Guadalajara. It was a breakfast buffet. The dude came to my boy and I. He was like, "Hey, I can translate for you, so she gets your order right." And I appreciated that guy. Like, he didn't have to do that. Mm-hmm. Two black men, like, order your damn self. But the hospitality has been exceptionally very, very good.
Okay, so that leads me to my next question. I know we're getting here kind of fast, but
right, that's fine.
How do the local women treat black men over there?
So the local women, it is kind of the opposite effect in the States, and I don't know if I'm kind of an exception because I'm 6'3", I'm tall, but I remember being in Monterey, and they will look and kind of smile with their friends. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not used to seeing a tall ass brother down there.
Right. They're a little short out there, right? For the most part.
Right. And so they're like, "Oh, wow, negro,"
Yeah.
And so it is different. Like, you're like, damn, like, I don't even get looks like this walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? A BBW can't even wave at you. But over there, they smiling, they cheesing. The waiter, she's kind of flipping her hair and looking at her other friends like, "Oh, I can't believe I'm serving this guy," type of deal. So, it is interesting because they just don't see black men typically down there.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you down there, is that where you was at? Is that like a coastal town? They have a beach?
Yeah, so the beaches that I've been to are Cancun, which Cancun is literally like Miami. It's Miami 2.0. It's just a cheaper version. They have the nightclubs. They have a lot of resorts on the beach. The water is clear. You're talking margarita drinks for like $4. 5-star gourmet tacos, $3. So Cancun is popping. Plenty of excursions to do down there. Great town. The other place that I've been to is Los Cabos, which is in Baja. Another great place, but kind of a little bit slower, in my opinion, because there's a lot of older people. And then one thing I noticed there, the resorts just kind of, if you get an all-inclusive deal, because I got an all-inclusive deal in Cabo for like, I think it was like $300, all you can eat, all you can drink for 5 days, but they kind of keep you there at the resort where you're not really exploring the town. You know what I'm saying?
Is that because of the safety issue there, or they just want you there?
No, they just kind of want you there. It's kind of like, okay, well, you got the beach and everything. You got the jacuzzi, you can drink. Why do you need to leave? You know what I'm saying? But just me being a curiosity traveler, I want to see what else is, let me see the town. And so you can take, like, for example, I went to go eat in downtown Los Cabos, where I had shrimp, lobster, and steak for less than $20. I mean, the plate was ridiculous. So that was a great experience. And then the nightlife as well. So that was the main reason why I went to downtown, is to kind of, see something different and to see, the local people as well and explore a little bit of the culture.
Okay, so first time, not first time traveler, but God's first time going to Mexico, which city would you suggest? Like, which route would you say he'd take?
Right. So I kind of, it's funny, with black men, we're a little bit different.
Exactly. Hey, and that's why I credit Black Men Travels, because it's totally different. For traveling for a black man is totally different for everybody else. Black women, white men, Asian men, it's different. Because when I first started traveling, going to Brazil and Colombia, you get so much attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, what's going on? And the women, it's like really eyeballing, choosing. We call it reckless eyeballing. They'll be with their men and just be, looking at you.
Right, of course.
Yeah, man.
Of course. So for black men first going to Mexico, because a lot of black men come to me and be like, well, these women are bad, you know what I mean? But like, do I have to do P2P, which is pay to play?
Right.
And I tell them, no, you don't. But if you don't know habla español, then you're really kind of restricted to the P2P. So I tell them, look, if you want the best case scenario, go to either Cancun or go to Rosarito Beach during spring break. Okay. Rosarito Beach is about 20 to 30 minutes outside of Tijuana. So there's this club called Papas and Beers. It's the biggest beach club in the West Coast. I think the capacity it can hold over 2,000 people. I mean, it is insanely popping. So I kind of tell guys, you can get the 2-for-1. So if you don't knock anything there while you're at the club, you can Uber it to Tijuana and go to Hong Kong or Adelitas, which are worldwide known strip clubs. And so there, you can have that experience. And then if you like the MEXTREATMENT, you want to explore more of the culture, then there are other places to go to do that,
Okay. Now you mentioned the MEXTREATMENT. What is that?
So the MEXTREATMENT is basically the alternative of not dating here in the States. Right.
Hold on. I gotta post that.
Right. So my boy put me on, and I just gave it that title. So in Mexico, you have the options. Whether I don't really do Tinder because it's just a waste of time. So too many trannies, too many baddies.
It's a waste of time because it's trash out here.
Yeah, it's just bad. It's just like no mas. So the MEXTREATMENT is basically there's about 5 escort sites that you can pretty much do the P2P. And then from there, you can have a casual relationship, a long-term relationship, or just a hit and quit it relationship. Okay. And so I experienced that when I went to Mexicali. So altogether, I was able to order Uber Eats to the room, women to the room.
Hold on. Hey, in that order, right?
In that order. And I took the Greyhound over there. So I didn't even have to drive my car or park anywhere. Straight to the hotel. And the hotel allows you to check in at 7:00 in the morning. 3-star hotel. So you're not losing. I'm at the pool, margaritas. Senor, your women are here. Yeah, bring them hoes over.
Right. So you're staying at these hotels and everything is just cool, like everything is set up for you?
Everything is set up on the platter. You ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm a different dude. You know, I rub them down in baby oil. That's just me. You know? We take shots. You know what I'm saying? And there's security there. There's safes. So it's great times. And so the reason why this is to your advantage, because if you go back there, you can hit up the same girl. That girl knows that you can choose different women. So it's in her best interest to perform well for you because you can choose another girl. And then some of these girls, it's weird. You know, some of them actually got deported. So there's some of them are Mexican American girls. You know what I'm saying? Some speak broken English. And then some just have that fetish, like, oh my gosh, black man, like, really? Like, I can't believe this first time, you know? And so they'll take selfies with you. They'll take selfies with your boys. You know what I'm saying? And then you're just like, wow, man, I can do this for all under $250. I'm dating max treatment.
Nice. So you basically saying that I can just fly on in. How far is it from the airport?
Okay, so for Tijuana, you will fly into San Diego. From San Diego, you can take a trolley to the border or you can take an Uber. The trolley is probably going to run you about $2.50, but it's like a 45-minute, you know, because of all the stops. An Uber will probably be about $15 and you'll be at the border less than 20 minutes. Once you cross the border, there's literally a hotel. If you want to stay close to the border, is Hotel Amigo. And that's a 5-minute walk. As soon as you cross the border, everyone speaks English. The receptionist check you into the room. Girls can come in your room. No biggie, you know?
Okay. How you spell that?
Hotel Amigo. So the hotel, Hotel, and then Amigo, Amigo.
Okay, so it's called Hotel Amigo.
And then there's a nightclub, El Albribe, that is almost in walking distance, and they play Amigos, Travis Scott, all that shit. You know, and you can pop bottles for $60.
Nice. And this is more like a regular hotel. This is all exclusive.
A regular hotel, but they have a great buffet and they have a casino as well.
Nice. Okay, so we go to Hotel Amigo. And are there? So you saying like you can go to the club and all that, and then that's where you can meet the women at?
Yeah. So if you were going to Tijuana for the first time, what you can probably do is you can hit up a few clubs and bars, and then you'll end the night at Hong Kong, which is 3 levels of madness. I'm talking wet t-shirt contests. I'm talking girls eating each other out with whipped cream. And I'm talking the best women of all of Mexico. So you're getting girls from Guadalajara. You're getting girls from Mexico City. You're getting girls from Oaxaca, you know, Monterrey. I mean, just baddies, dimes on top of dimes. I'm talking redhead girls, thick. You're like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? But
hold up.
Right.
You can't go past that one real quick. So they got some thick Mexican girls out here, because in Georgia, they kind of like, you know what I mean?
Right. So that's the misconception. So I tell a lot of brothers that are out east and that are kind of in the South, they're not exposed to Mexican American Latinas compared to brothers out west in the South, in the Southwest, primarily California and Texas. So they have no incentive to go to a place like Mexico because the Mexicans they see out there where they live are pretty much trash, you know? But when you come west to California, they're a totally different breed, and they're even a different breed in Mexico.
Wow, so they got body basically.
Yes.
Natural bodies.
Natural bodies. Yes. So
because the pictures you showed me, I'd be like, because I didn't know where you was at first. I'm like, where is he at?
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm thinking you in Colombia. I'm like, but that don't look like Colombia. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, in Mexico? Like what?
Right.
Where the cartels is at? That's what we hearing.
Right.
But you said it's cool out there, basically.
Right. So yeah, when you go to Hong Kong, you're gonna have a great selection of women. But I tell guys, go there, dress appropriately. You know what I'm saying? Dress as if you're going to the club, because you want the girl that's gonna kind of give you the better attention, because she'll be basically a good lay for you when you take her, to the hotel,
Right.
versus picking some girl that you may find very, very attractive, but if she's not displaying some type of affection towards you, then it's going to be the wham bam thank you ma'am type of treatment.
Nice. Okay, so you go to the club. Now you had mentioned earlier the strip club. Like, how are the strip clubs different out there than in the States? Do you have to pay for the dances, or is it like Brazil where you only pay for what you want to do with it?
So there, and this is where I got to put brothers on game. So in Tijuana, you go in, it's usually a free admission, and then you'll pay for the drinks. But you want to know the price of the drinks, because if you don't ask for the price, they'll charge you $10 for a beer, and that'll add up really quick. And so, you can negotiate that, hey, how much is the beer, cuánto cuesta or cuesta? $3, amigo. Okay, see, you order a couple of beers or whatever, or a drink, or you can get a table. You can negotiate a table, which is about $50. And then the girl is about, for the average price, about $80 if you want to take her down. And then like $9 for the room. So for the whole time, you can spend about around $100, more or less.
Okay. And this is actually in the strip club?
In the strip club, correct.
So do they dance for you, or it's more like they sit down?
Oh no, they dance. So the lap dances you don't pay for. You give them tips. You know what I'm saying? So they'll dance with you, they'll talk to you, etc. And then from there, if she's feeling you, you're feeling her. You go to the room, you do your thing, and if you really like her, you get her WhatsApp app. And if she thinks you're cool, she'll meet you at your hotel the next day.
Nice. So do you kind of set it up like you go to the club first? Is it better go to the club first, or the strip club, or?
Yeah, so you go to the club first, which is El Abribe, Coco Bongo, El Canal, and they all kind of play hip hop. And so if you can pick up a local girl, great. But if you can't, boom, you go to Hong Kong at Alitas. That's kind of the default. And then from there, you bang something out, and then, you're back to the hotel chilling.
Now, earlier you mentioned the pay for play, right? Now, you was explaining to me earlier that, some guys have an issue with that. We all know that guys talk a lot of smack, macking this, that, and they try to down brothers for doing that. But you say you do both. You date, you get regular women, and you have fun.
Right. So for me, a lot of brothers look down upon the pay to play thing because it's more of an ego and a pride thing. So I basically went from being the pickup artist here in the States to, I guess, the overseas monger or sex tourist, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. But what made my decision was pure economics, you know?
It was a logical decision for you.
Right. So the average date in California is almost $250, okay?
Wow.
So imagine you do 2 dates a week, and let's just say you have a modest 3-girl rotation. That comes out to about over $2,000 a month. Just on dating, okay? And that's 3 chicks. So I told you the average price to go anywhere in Mexico is $120. The most you're going to pay for to knock one down is $80. So you're really saving a lot of money. And if you want the girlfriend experience, you can get the girlfriend experience.
Right.
You know, so it's just pure economics. But, you know, a lot of brothers will come in and shame a person, you know, that does that. But it's like, hold on, player, time out. I went to Vegas, I knocked him down. I've been to Scottsdale, Arizona, knocked him down. Austin, Texas, knocked him down. San Antonio, knocked him down. New Mexico, knocked him down. Sacramento, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like I can do both, and I have options. You know, you don't.
Exactly. And then you see them with their girl, and she be like a 400-pound whale, talking about, man, I'm a Mac. I got game. See, I don't got to pay for play. I'm like, man, you still paying something. Like we discussed earlier, you're gonna always have to pay for something.
Right, and the ones
expensive thing.
Right, and the ones that are not paying, you're paying with your time.
Exactly.
You know? So, you know, again, that's part of getting the next treatment. You realize that, man, this is a better package deal. I can go to Tijuana and spend about 1/4 the price compared to going to Las Vegas. I mean, this sheer economics, man. And so after getting that experience, it's like, it's just hard to be motivated.
Right.
To travel in the States, to date women in the States, to do all that other stuff, you know?
So would you say you are done dating in the States, or it's just like you kind of just date sparingly?
I would say sparingly, you know, every now and then I may go out, you know, somebody's birthday, special occasion, or, you know, I'm just feeling really jiggy that night. But for the most part, it's just a great feeling to know that there's a border 6 hours away that's going to take care of your manly needs anytime you want. You know, so when you already have that in back of your mind, you can focus on other aspects of your life in terms of self-improvement. So that's why for me, I'm not motivated to go date. I'm not motivated to change the laws. I don't care about feminism. I don't care.
Right. Now, when you're dating in the States, do you let women know up front that you like to travel, or it's kind of like if you want to or not?
Well, when you get this, because basically the MEX treatment is pretty much the next thing to a Dan Bilzerian, Floyd Mayweather experience.
That's a hell of an experience.
Right. So you can be bold as hell to these women. You know what I'm saying? And they respect you on that alpha status. So I tell girls, like, look, you know, we're going to do this. You're going to meet me at this time. If it ain't happening, oh, well, I'll see you in the next run, you know? So before, you know, after having that type of experience, I was the guy that would try to wine and dine them, and I would feel good painting those tabs and nothing happening afterward.
Man.
So now
they give you one of these. They give you the wraparound hug.
Right, you know, ducking away from the kid. You're like, what the fuck? I don't spend about $300.
Yeah. and that same female is gonna go fuck some dusty ass dude down the street.
Right. So now it's I just have the focus and the discipline to get straight to the point. And if you don't like it, oh well, because I really don't care. I'm not missing out on anything. You know, I've been doing it for the past 15 years, you know?
Cool. All right, we got a question from D Bizzle. He said, "You guys might have covered this, but what are the living situations like? Are there Airbnbs?" Well, we did kind of cover that, but you want
Right.
to?
So, yeah, I can go in further. So in Tijuana, you want to stay at a hotel. You don't want to stay at a B&B at all in Tijuana. Anywhere in Mexico, the Airbnb you saw me post in your group, I think the average night was about $56.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in a rich area of Santa Fe where they have McLarens and Porsches dealership really right around the corner of the street. You know what I'm saying? So Airbnbs are very, very, very cheap and nice. You just want to make sure to the host that you can welcome guests to the establishment. And I would say 60% of them, about 65% of them will welcome guests. They just need to have an ID, which is great, you know, because the one that I was seeing in Mexico City, the security guard had to do a thumbprint in the elevator, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a lockbox on the key, you know, plus the ID, plus they got cameras, so it's maximum security, like maximum security.
Mm-hmm. So you feel pretty safe out there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Nice. And you said the average entertainment for a mango is between $80, $60.
Well, in Tijuana, yes. Now, if you go to other places, okay. So let me break this down. If you want eights and better, yes, 80 to about 100, okay? Now, if you're a guy that doesn't want to pay that or whatever, you can get girls on the street for as low as $25, but you're looking at between fives, and every now and then you'll find a good 7.5 diamond in the rough, you know? So those are the street girls. Now, if you still want eights, nines, and tens, but not pay between 80 to 100, there are other places in Mexico where you can get them from 60 to 70.
Mm-hmm.
And those places are Monterrey, Hermosillo, and I would say Oaxaca are those prices.
Okay, nice. Now, do you have to exchange money there, or you just keep your American money?
Right. So you want to always pay in pesos. I have the SoFi card where there's no foreign transaction fees, which I highly recommend somebody getting that if you're going to travel on a continuous basis. So I can use that card there in Mexico and not pay the foreign transaction fee. And then also I can receive cash at any Mexican bank. So I'm not paying a exchange fee as well. So, but I always pay in pesos. The only time I do pay like on a credit card or whatever, if I want to get points, like if I'm at a 7-Eleven or at a hotel or something, that's when I'll, use my credit or debit card.
Okay, so what would you suggest for a guy who's going to go out there? Like in the DR, I just carry the cash with me. I mean, I go to the ATM maybe like last couple of days, but for the most part, I might take a couple thousand out there with me.
Right.
What would you suggest for a guy traveling? Should he bring cash or should he just take the money out of the ATM machines?
He should bring his cash and then exchange it at a kiosk. They have it all over there, and then to discipline yourself, because what I tell a lot of brothers, look, when you're going to Mexico or any trip, you have to have a game plan, because you can go to Tijuana and easily spend about $400 within a few hours. Right. Right. Not knowing how to move and just, oh my gosh, like this shit is hella fun. All these women, So I tell them, have a game plan, have a limit, like $250 for the night. You exchange that, you lock your money in the safe. That's your budget to play with that night, depending on how many days you're going to be there, and what a lot of brothers don't do is you can negotiate with the women. Negotiate. You know, they throw a price at you. A lot of brothers just take the price. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Now you can negotiate, and if you negotiate, you pay in pesos, you're gonna get a better deal.
Okay, now when you with the girls, do you like in the DR? Guys might do 2, 3 a day. Do you prefer to get them all night? Is it better to get them like all night, or it's like kind of like you can just you're done and on to the next one?
Right. So I kind of travel different. And what I mean by different is for me on a trip, you know, I want to see the museums. I want to go to certain places. I'm going to do excursions. So I'm between two to three girls for the trip. And if one of those girls are really, really cool and the vibe is good, I'll just call her again. You know what I'm saying? So usually it's the hour to 2 hour experience. Now I have had girls spend the night, but those are the ones that I've seen multiple times. And, you know, we have that bond together and it was cool to do that. But for the most part, I don't recommend any guy, your first experience with her, to have her to spend a night with you. You can, but I don't recommend that.
Okay. Now you out there in California, and I've dated a few California women from the Bay, from like the Modesto area and everything. Would you say they kind of on the BS like all American women are? Because I always thought California had like more like liberal, cool, maybe wifey material out there, more or less. Or is it still the same old with Cali women as well?
You said on the deers?
On the what now?
Wait, repeat that again one more time. My bad, bro.
No, which part? Now I was just saying, as far as Cali, like how are the women in California? We hear that the women in California are pretty liberal. You know, they're pretty cool and laid back. But you're saying they kind of on the BS like all American women, basically.
Right. So I would say more so in the LA area, Hollywood area, very bougie, super bougie.
Right.
And what's crazy is a lot of those girls are IG thotties and they're $1,000 hoes, you know? But
it's expensive to live out there in California.
Right. And so, you know, it really puts you at disadvantage because those are the nightclubs that have like the most women, but as a dude, they're going to want you to get bottle service, you know? So it's a very expensive lifestyle to maintain. But outside of LA, you know, San Diego, Sacramento, you know, they're very liberal and they're cool. But at the end of the day, you know, your options are you're going to end up either with a feminist, a baby mama, an overweight woman, or a woman that's in hella debt, or the combination of all three. So pick your poison. And I say #passport, next treatment.
Right. So instead of just dating, you know, spending all your money on something that you don't really want in the first place, it's better just get your passport and travel the world.
Right. Because now, at the end of
in Mexico, bro, are there like any like Afro, like, you know, in the DR and Brazil, you got like the more melanated, you got your selection. Out there in Mexico, is it pretty much more like white Latino, more or less, or you got some sisters out there too?
Right. So you do have some sisters out there, and that's in the southern area of Mexico, Oaxaca and Acapulco, which is in the state of Guerrero. So anywhere basically south of Mexico City are more of the darker, browner tone indigenous Latinos. Everything north of Mexico City is more of your European, white, you know, light-skinned Latinas, you know, majority Spanish mix. I have encountered Morena in Guadalajara, and she pretty much put me on game of, you know, where are the Afro Latinas, and I actually saw Afro Latina at I think it was the Hooters in Guadalajara. Curly hair, nice body, same thing, spoke English. I probably sure if I would have offered her a price, she would have went with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she was gorgeous, and that's where brothers will experience that on that side of Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Very interesting, man. Well, I think we covered a lot here, man. We've been here for 45 minutes. Is there anything you want to say about the Mexican treatment or pay for pay or what?
Right. Pretty much Mexico has a lot to offer. You know, don't sleep on the Mex treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the prices, depending on the area that you're in. And if y'all have any questions, you know, hit me up on the travel group, and I'll keep you posted on the next adventures as well.
Okay. How often do you go out there?
So I go to Mexico about once a month.
Whoa, once a month?
Once a month, man.
Wow.
Once a month. So, you know, the next one will be Mexicali. You know, basically that's just going to be a weekend trip. Get my taxes done out there near Palm Springs, go ride ATVs in the desert, head down to Mexicali, you know, with a couple of the boys, do our thing, and then, you know, it's back on the grind.
Okay, so would you ever invest in a Mexican property? Would you like get a house out there? Or?
Yes, yes. There's a lot of American expats that are down there, that are living there, including Mormons, by the way. The rules are different down there. Like, you can't necessarily buy property as an American citizen. You can rent out the property for like 100 years, and you just pay like the mortgage or the tax on that. And as long as you pay that, you're good. They don't care. But as soon as you default, they'll take the property away from you. You know.
Oh, so if you late like 1 month, they can take the property away?
I think it's maybe like 2 or 3, something like that. But yeah, they can take the property away, and then you're done. But I've met a lot of retired Americans that live there. They enjoyed it. They're a bartender serving you drinks, and they got this high rise condo that they're staying in, you know, and they're just chilling, drinking pina coladas, and you know, it's among other Americans. The police are cool with you, and it's just a relaxing experience. You know, the food is great, and you know, you have great health care. Plus, you're close to the American border cities if you need to go back to the States for whatever reason. You know,
that's real convenient. I tell guys all the time why I go to DR a lot is because it's so close, and if I hurt myself, I don't have to necessarily go to their hospital. I can just catch a flight back to Georgia or Florida and use my health care.
Right.
It's similar to Mexico.
Right. And that's another advantage in Mexico. The hospitals are great, including the dental work. So if you want to get your teeth clean, braces, you can do all that stuff down there for dirt cheap, like literally 1/4 the price in California or anywhere where you're staying at.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, man. Are you pretty much like focused on like that part, or, you know, South America, Costa Rica, and all that, or do you want to venture out to Brazil and other countries like Thailand and Brazil?
Yeah, I do want to go out there to Thailand. You know, I heard it's another, you know, black man's paradise. So I do want to explore that. And the flights from San Francisco over there are less than like, you know, $500, $400. It's just a 22-hour flight. So, you know, it's the timing where I would have to take off a week of work and build up all that complication. So that's why the Mex treatment is a little bit more convenient, because it's less time to get out there, you know?
Cool. All right, so let's do this. Got an official invite to Sosua, Dominican Republic, with your boy.
Okay.
You know, whenever you free, and you're gonna hook me up out there with you.
Nice.
That's how we're gonna do it. I can show you around the DR. I can show you, you know, all the little fuckery out there.
Right. Okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Man. So that's it, fellas. Get a chance, check out the Facebook group, Black Men Travels, and also blackmentravels.com. We up out of here, man. Appreciate the interview, brother.
Okay, no doubt.
All right.
All right.